So, it's another year. It's another COD. It's the same game. It's nothing new. But let's face it, we're all going to buy the game. Let's get into it. Now, before we start, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to highestwear.com for not only sponsoring the shirt, but it's also a shirt I'm pretty proud of. T-shirt I helped develop in terms of what it says and letters and the design. So, big up to Emil. It's a good friend of mine who is the one of the proud owners of the brand. So if you just go to highestwear.com, and you can not only get the shirt I'm right wearing, but you can also see they're doing tons of things from caps, hoodies, t-shirts, everything you need, highestwear.com. Big shout out to you guys. Also a huge thank you for everybody who's up this week. We've already broken through 300. That's madness to me, guys. So thank you very much for joining the channel. If you're new here, subscribe, notifications, that kind of thing. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is a thing. It's revealed, and I took a couple of days to reflect on what I've seen and what I've got so much questions. And as I said in the opening, let's face it, we're all going to buy the game. We're all going to buy. But COD to me is something like the Nintendo Wii at the time. It's like a virus, right? You walk into someone's home, and then you saw the Nintendo Wii standing there. And the first reaction was, oh, is it a Wii? And somebody, yeah, it's a Wii. Okay, what can you do with it? Well, you can do bowling and tennis. Oh, wow. Shall we do it? And then you did that. And eventually you left. And the next day you also bought a Wii just to find out that eventually it's nothing more than a very expensive dust collector. Everybody had a Wii. Nobody used it. It's the most overrated console, the most oversold console as well. And I think the same goes for COD as well. Because let's face it, what are we getting? What are we getting? It's Triarch, so we get zombies, we get a single player, multiplayer, and we get Warzone. So Spec Ops is out, and then we get zombies in return. Next year, so the year after that, we will get the same shit, but then without zombies. And this is it's just one monkey, and they always giving it a different suit every year, but still the same monkey, right? And if I watched the reveal, of course, I don't know if this is a industry standard thing. None of you all can present. You don't own the message you're bringing. You're reading it from an auto cue or from a piece of paper that somebody's holding or whatever. That sales 101. If you want to own the story, own the story. Just don't memorize what you want to tell. Just have the core messaging and then just bring it. And either you have talent to bring it or you haven't. And Jesus Christ, Mr. Vanderhart, you can't present at all. So that's one, but okay, that's fine. That's nothing with the content of the game itself. The second thing is the core messaging is always the same. It's the most immersive Call of Duty we've ever seen. The gameplay experience is at the core of our DNA. That kind of shit, and we're bringing you the most innovative COD ever. That's what I hear year after year, but there's no innovation in COD. The only nice add-on is Warzone, but that's not an innovation because a Battle Royale has been done 500 times. You could say that the Gulag is a nice addition, but it's not it's not innovation. So we should all accept COD for what it is. And that's the reason why it goes so horribly wrong. COD is nothing more than a run and gun arcade type shooter. Period. You're supposed to have a lot of fun with friends, constantly going in and out and dying and respawning, and then just push and getting a lot of kills. And the goal is that you have 72 kills and 37 deaths, for example. You have a very high KD. That's the goal. And the other goal is that you have sometimes overpowered kill streaks. So that's also exactly what we're going to get. Because, come on, guys, that's the question I have. If you're watching this and you're hyped for COD, Black Ops, Cold War, what are you hyped for? Just tell me. I'm so overly curious on what it is that drives you. And I'm failed to believe that it's going to be the single player, because it's not. Let's come on. There's going to be a single player, and it was Treyarch themselves that took it out of Black Ops 4, and because they say that nobody plays it, the numbers do point into a different direction. You know, a lot of people playing the single player. I always do it, but I also caught myself with Modern Warfare playing a single player and eventually bailing out midway through the campaign because, let's face it, it's just running from A to B, shooting dumb bots with worst AI ever. Story is forgettable. It doesn't make any sense. Who gives a shit? Eventually, you play COD for the multiplayer. That's what you play COD for the multiplayer. So what's in the multiplayer that should be rewarded with a game on its own? Why not just a huge overhaul of Modern Warfare? Why not stop releasing annually? I know why, but because, let's face it, guys, and this is why I'm so curious about the answers. 800 million. 800 million in microtransactions. Black Ops 4. Black Ops. Holy shit. That's staggering. There are people out there that actually spend money on microtransactions on a clown's mask or on a skin you will never see. You know, so why? You know, it doesn't add anything. It's so come back to me, guys. What are you looking for in this game, which is not in all the other games? What is so? Why do we need to run to the store every year to have that same monkey with a different suit and a $64 or $70 or whatever? Why are we sponsoring these games? Why are we sponsoring Activision and Treyarch and all the other developers so much on the Call of Duty franchise? What I've seen also is that they're now piggybacking a bit of Battlefield. Bigger maps, some still feature the 3 lanes, but a few bigger maps, you get cars, you get boats, you get jet skis. What is COD trying to do now? And now it's Battlefield, leaning mechanics from Rainbow Six Siege, just not entirely, but a bit. But now we're watching Battlefield. Call of Duty was always at the forefront, but I think that Call of Duty need to do is step back. Don't pretend something you're not. And I'm just not hyped. And as I said, I'm going to buy the game because eventually my friends are also going to buy the game and we're going to have some fun. We're going to check it out. And I think I will spend the most time in zombies because zombies is always a ton of fun. Also in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, it's just a ton of fun. But it doesn't deserve, in essence, a 64 game every year or 65 or even 70. To me, it's just one big scam that's called DLC. This should be just a DLC. And on the other side, if you only own Warzone, you're good. You know, just you will get a massive update on Warzone and you're fine. You're absolutely fine. But I just have a hard time understanding what's so good about Black Ops or Call of Duty in general that it deserves an annual release and that they will spend a year milking you dry and then you need to come back to buy the next one and the next one and the next one. I've got the same shit with EA FIFA. You know, the fuck? Why are people? I don't understand it, and I'm trying to grasp it. I do feel it a bit maybe with COD, because you will get different maps, zombie modes, those kind of things. But with FIFA, it's the same thing. It's the annual release cycle, and that's a game which is exactly the same. I just see a lot of puppets that are always the same running around in the same stadium. You can actually update the game every year with the transfers and shit. You could also do it with COD, and that's always been my messaging. Stop releasing COD annually. Rainbow Six Siege, released in 2015. 35 million players worldwide. Is Ubisoft making a ton of money on this? They are. They actually are. Take a COD, develop the hell out of it, release it, like Modern Warfare or something, and just stick to it. Work on the game and push it with content, free content. Also some paid content left and right, but make it accessible. Don't split the base. Don't split the player base, and stick to it. So I was watching the whole release, the reveal. I was thinking to myself, what am I watching? It's the same talk, it's the same messaging, it's the same marketing, it's the same game, it's the same game modes, it's the same the dominations, the free for alls. They're all in there. They're all in there. They're all in there. Team deathmatch, it's in there. And cranked is maybe now infected or the other way around, but it's demolition is in there. You got a single player game, zombie. It's all in there what we already knew. And yes, we will see Nuketown, Summit, Jungle. We will see them all. They've not shown it to us, but we all know it's going to be there. And the fun fact is, 2 years ago we had Black Ops, and it was already there. The only thing I'm still playing from Black Ops 4 with friends is just Nuketown, the Nuketown gameplay. It's the only fun gameplay. The game is horse shit, but it's the only fun map in there. And now we're gonna get the same thing with a different skin, with a different engine. So I needed. I've waited a long time. I was trying to grasp the good and the bad. I've done 3 videos already on going through the mechanics and what I see, but it's all the same. It's all the same, guys. So I'm really looking forward what your take on this is. Next fit for sure is going to be my review of Terminator Dark Fate. And as I said, I'm not going to do a lot of movies, but I think I'm going to sneak in a few left and right. I'm a movie enthusiast. I watch a ton of movies, and I waited a long time with Terminator Dark Fate, but I'm going to. I've seen it now, and there's some things I would like to discuss. So, till then, guys, let me know what your take is on the reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and I'm just really curious on what your take is on the game and why you're gonna buy it. Why are you hyped? Just an honest question, guys. For now, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Back to